And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Whiskerwood. We're in the middle of summer of year 4. Working to improve the housing. We are getting some bronze going. 20 bars in storage. So yeah, I think when the bronze nail research here is done, we're going to start on tier 2 research. I suppose maybe it's like considered tier 0, not tier 1. I like counting up. That will allow us to start researching stuff in this tier, which I think is mostly going to cost bronze to research. I think we're going to try to run for steam power and steam radiator real quickly. So that's brass furnace, steam power, steam radiator. Okay. What's over here? More iron. Okay. Oh, when's the next Whisker ship? Tomorrow. Might start trying to remake, start generating trinkets if we don't, we're not particularly interested in picking up more Whiskers. Whiskers are reasonably happy, so turning the approval into trinkets is not a bad plan. Almost got the layer down here cleared out. And then we'll go down another layer. Rinse and repeat. I suppose after this layer 2 more times, and we'll have a nice flat island to industrialize. I might still dig into the island and do like mushrooms 1 layer down or something. Although we could also do that on this island as well. We've got 58 mushrooms planted in the field. Oh, and take the opportunity to remove rocks as options available. That's the mine tool. I want to do the farm tool. Expand the field. So. Let's do a couple rounds of housing upgrades. These are 21 plank row houses. We definitely do some more fish smoking, I suppose. Although that's, the Smokeries is also Farming Guild, isn't it? Yeah. $8.99. Smuggler, tax collector, and the Whisker ship is supposed to arrive today. Oh, and we got a Whisker ship coming tomorrow. Smuggler. We could sell him ropes. We'll sell all the tattered cloaks. We'll sell a bunch of fuel. And we'll sell some of the planks as well. You want to go up to 10 or do you want to come down? No, we'll just accept the 9. It's fine. And the next should come the Whisker ship for the taxes. Hello, taxman. We make cotton specifically to sell to you. We got a surplus of fish, so we'll sell some of the fish off. And we can also sell you some of the logs. There we go, that's about where we want to be. The effects kind of vary whether or not they're worth it. I haven't played enough to necessarily decide if I really want to go up to the next tier. I suppose the things that can be in the choice pool, right? So ration meals, medicine. So if we wanted ration meals or medicine, I suppose going up to that level would be what we do. Okay. But no, I think we're fine here, so we'll send that shipment. Here comes the Whiskers. Healthy, warm core, diligent. So we at least got 3 in here that we're going to take. I'm going to be happy with that. Don't need the heavy eater. Snores. Yeah. So we just refuse these ones. I'm gonna do a reroll here. We'd mainly picking up these two, I think, if we were to take this one. I'm gonna reroll again. Again. Dining hall, that'll work. The dining hall and the cut stone. Right now we got housing over here for 6 workers. We have a lot more than 6 working over here. Let's try to get some more housing over here, even though they probably don't want to be in the pollution. Suppose we can throw them over to this side to get them a little bit out of pollution. Eventually, I think I'm going to push the pollution industries to that end of the island. We'll have housing and storage and non-polluting industries this end, but we're not there yet. Oh, actually, in hindsight, I need to leave some space there for people to get the storage. Actually, no, that'll work. I can work that. Just let's make sure we link a path in. So there is a way around. Yeah, you're almost done. And then, we got a Whisker ship tomorrow, don't we? We do. If we get multiple days out of a Whisker ship, I'll probably swap to the Trinket Maker policy. How big is this in comparison to the previous one? Bigger. Should have guessed. No Navian ships yet. There's the coppersmith recipe. Okay. So we're going to immediately tell the research lab. I want to go up to research tier 2. We haven't finished everything tier 1, but I don't see an immediate need for saline solution. Sure, we could get bedding, but I'm not too worried about that. Don't need the outlet pipe. Not too worried about the anchored platform. We're kind of building vertically and not hanging off the side of cliffs, so that's fine. So yeah, we'll go there. Most of the things in here I think we just don't need right now, and I'd rather get in as quickly as we can to steam radiator. So we're going to run warmth around the island a little bit better. Well, around the islands a little bit better. Oh, the civic office we haven't unlocked yet. That's where we get the third slot. Interesting. I would have expected a higher bias towards the cooked food. Okay, day 100. Yeah, got back up to full approval fairly easily. And it's nice warm summer, so it's just the smoke rays outputting pollution right now. I do have a new farmer that I can assign somewhere. Improve the yield, let's say smoke rays. I think that needs to be the apprentice slot on the smoke ray, right? Oh, no. There we go. Fly ship. I think we're still going to go for the middle one. I don't need the lower tier clothing, and we definitely don't need the wood or the planks anymore. We're able to make those locally. And it is a very big stretch to go for the more expensive one, so we're going to go for the middle one. And this is Whiskership. Diligent. Snores is not super great. Diligent Swift. Yeah, we'll take the Diligent Swift. Warm Core. Inquisitive is not bad. Let's take those ones. In the air. Whiskership is 3 days away. What I think I might do is we're going to toggle this on. Night construction off. Casework trinkets on. So yeah, there should be enough housing to house everyone. Trying to reduce the amount of long-distance walking required by building housing close to the industry. Yeah, at one point this island was forested. We just deforested it. Made a small tree plantation out back. And we can see that some trinkets are being made. Of course, this eating will be approval, but because we know there's no whiskers coming either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, I'm going to bet on us being able to make enough approval over one night to pick up the whiskers that we're interested in, at least. And get some trinkets that way that we can then pay the taxes with. Yeah, because we'll get like 800 something at the moment. Yeah, so tonight I should turn it off. But yeah, we basically get a whole day of trinkets worth. Here's a tax collector. So we give him all the trinkets we have. And all the cotton we have. And some of the fish we have. And that's actually all we need to give him. Nice and easy. Again, we're going to take the middle option here. This might actually be one where if we were gonna... If we were low on machine, we'd go for the top one for the machinery. Yeah, I think I'll keep this one. We'll go iron bars, copper bars, and bread. And then that reminds me... One of our... Oh, actually, I can get to it from the manager. Manager, please go tell people that we need, like, 100 pairs of scissors. I don't need to go find the scissor maker and tell him, hey, you got 100 scissors, man. You got 600 scissors, man. That's more than we need. Far more than we need. No one buys our scissors. And the industry that uses it does not use that many scissors. Okay, we're done on that level. We're just gonna, much like the previous ones, the whole layer is gonna go. Although each layer is getting bigger. And will take longer and longer to take. Although we're only going to go 2 more layers down, and we're just going to call that the new final surface. Oops. I need to let them get down off the higher area before we took the stairs out. Sorry, Whiskers. Get that fixed right away. Okay. Let's keep upgrading houses. Oh, another one of our camps somewhere is idle. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Okay, that should get you a little more productive. Oh, and I think this was the night when I was thinking it's time to turn these temporarily turn trinkets off. Yeah, we're gonna Whiskers. So not tonight, so we're gonna get approval for 2 days. Well, approval tonight, approval when it goes to that day. Okay, Whiskers, get another approval batch. 3rd batch of Whiskers. And then at some point we probably want to get some improved dining in. Can I get dining to fit over here, for example? Fancy dining. Not very well. Usually that's not too bad. Although I don't necessarily want it up there. That's the other problem, right? Oh, I suppose if I'm not too worried about logs when I'm done, I can just put it on the ocean. Yeah, that wouldn't actually be too bad. We'll put it there. 1,000 approval. Not quite enough to get us to full. The following night we'll get to full. So yeah, it's saying you can't find the materials, that's because we don't have enough cut stone. That'll fix itself over the day. Okay, the planks have been delivered. All the stone that is on the island is being delivered. We're a little stone short, but that won't be long. And then we'll get someone assigned there, so we get some fine dining. Yeah, I think one of the reasons people might not have been consuming the smoked fish as much as I like is that we maybe don't have enough dining facilities for it. And the coppersmith is very full. Or another coppersmith's full. It's, we finally realized we should probably put a limit on, you know, the scissors. Oh, you use the wooden devices. Okay. Not too worried about that, but maybe in the future. Okay, and we don't need that staircase anymore because they're not on top of the pile anymore. There we go. Once again, we got a idle camp. This time it's the mining camp. Apparently there's no way for the miner to get down there. That's why they're not interested in that mining site. Okay. Okay, so the next time that one goes idle, we're just gonna have to move the camp. Fair enough. You know, at some point I should probably take the time to fill in some of these holes. Yeah, let's grab you. I'll actually get you going. Hole filling. Plop you there. Strong shoulders, that's like the perfect type of job for this one. Snores, close enough. And we'll fill that hole in. And we'll fill... If I can get the hexes. Right, well, not hexes. Red square selected. Might actually be hard in this hole. There we go. We're gonna fill those holes in. I might do some horizontal cutting in a bit just to do farming. We can do much like we've got here with the horizontal, where we can cut into the side of the hill, but farming levels. Or do exploratory mining, try to find things like gold. Okay, camp. Okay, yeah, you probably are done there. At least in that specific position. Let's move you to, say, there for the moment. Does not give us any more accessible mining locations. Yeah, so you can get in and get to that one. And we'll see how deep that goes before we move you down to the lower original site we had. Expecting Whiskers on the following day, and the Whiskers the day after that as well. Oh, before I forget, let's clear out the bonfires and replace those with ovens. Okay. So, back down here. Heating zones. Heating stove. It would be better in this mode if it was showing us the heating zones we had, not just the raw temperature. That's at least a me problem. Although it is giving me nice circles on where I've got deliveries for tending. $803. Yeah, that should provide enough warming. I think I've replaced all the bonfires. I don't think I have any more bonfires. Ship has arrived. This is the smuggler. What's the cannons? Woodcutter. Okay, we're gonna go up all the way up the side of the mountain. Okay. That's the next layer. We're gonna do... There we go. We get them up there. In the meantime, smuggler. We sell you the woven cloaks. We're gonna sell you a bunch of fuel. Sell you a bunch of ropes. Probably only need 100 tailored cloaks on us at a given time. Sell you some of those. We'll keep the fish. And I suppose it's plank time. And then we'll back off enough that we're getting around 12. There we go. 12 bars. We could technically get up to 17, but I'm not going to push it that far. This is the supply ship. Again, I'm going to go with this medium one. I suppose technically we'd be getting fine tea instead of biscuit, or hardtack if we went for the most expensive one, but I don't really want to pay that much extra taxes, honestly. We'll take some biscuits and we can sell that, or feed that to our people. And then here comes the whiskers. Apprentice can't smell, optimist, healthy. Sure. Okay, that's all we're taking. More whiskers coming in tomorrow. Then it's 2 days out for another whisker ship, so we're not going to be doing much else. We got 5, so it's housing for 10 here, but we've got 3, 6, 7. Bathing dock doesn't employ anyone. 10. 16 jobs over here, so we already have more employment for another 6. So let's put another 3 row houses over here. Which, yeah, it's more than we need to house the unhoused people on the island, but that allows them to move away from where they're not needed to where they might be wanted. At this point, we're basically at a forage. I did notice we left a berry behind over here, so we're going to quickly gather that berry. Then we'll probably disassemble that camp. I haven't got around to uploading it yet. Sorry, so Super Greenland. I'll probably put the save files up when I do the after action report at the end of the run. Because it takes a little bit more effort than just posting the videos to post save files. I'll probably make. To be fair, the example probably won't be just from that run. I'll probably give you a couple different save files from different runs, so you can see the logistics across a couple different runs. I don't necessarily think that save file is the best example of how I would do the logistics. Unfortunately on YouTube, I'm responding to a Twitch chatter, basically asking a follow-up question to what they were asking yesterday about Shadow Empire. Yep, summer is coming to an end in this run. I think we'll play one more day, so we'll play the first day of fall in this recording portion. And then we Probably won't actually get to winter tonight. Here's the tax collector. Once again, all the trinkets, the cotton, and then I think we can hit our goal just by selling fish. There we go. Here comes the whiskers. Thoughtful, diligent, apprentice, warm core. Got a couple good ones in here. I think that's good. Use the rest. Reroll this. If they're both like this one where it was mostly cut stone, I'd be tempted, but no. Reroll. Okay, I'll take this one. At some point we're going to need a lot of iron bars for all the plumbing I'm going to do, so... That stone's not going to go to waste either, because we can work on improving housing. Can't upgrade houses that haven't been built yet. Okay, we'll pin the 3 fires up on the mountain here. Need housing for 2. So we only got housing for 2 here, and we actually have 3 workers here if we include the fire tender. Let's put another link row house over here then. One over camp needs to be moved. The earthworks. Okay, so that means we're done plugging the holes that I had. You actually don't need to work there anymore. At some point I might come up here and plug some of these holes, but doesn't necessarily make the land farmable. Just means there's less holes in it. Anyway, we got more cooked processed food than there are whiskers, so if they wanted the higher quality food, they could definitely go for at least the smoked fish. We got some mushrooms coming in. I suppose there probably is a way I can go running around telling them not to serve the mushrooms, but really we need just more mushroom income before I can swap to the skewers. Okay, so you've done cutting there. Let's move that mining camp. That's not the move button, that's the mining settings button. There's the move button. What do we have for the raw size of the area up there? Pretty big. Go for in, do a bit for housing and storage there. So once again, we'll do sort of a big... shopping area. So I'm going to do 20 by 20. Be about 400 spots. So we'll slowly work our way in there with that, the mining location. Earthworks, we've got... Technically, this is no students. It's not that we don't have a teacher. We got a teacher assigned. And the new house we just queued to build up is not built yet. About a quarter built. Should finish tomorrow. Day 105 has ended. There we go. Full approval. Here we could have gotten even more than that. We could have gotten almost 900. We had the empty cap. Heavy rain day. Oh, before I let the part go on too long, this is where I should probably go ahead and put a part break in. We got the pretty interesting day here coming up on the next part here. We're probably going to play out most of fall. And then we'll probably actually put the break in, ending the stream when winter of year 4 rolls up. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be a part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, this is where we're going to take the next part break, next get up and stretch break. I'll be back with recording the next part in the next few minutes. So until then, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.